On Monday in Nazare, Portugal, legendary surfer Garrett McNamara broke a world record, and it was his own world record. The Hawaiian-born surfer took on a 100-foot-high wave, and if it's verified, he'll have topped the 78-footer that he rode in the same location back in November 2011. Joining us now via Skype, we have the Guinness World Record breaker himself. Let's take a look. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but let's take a look at you surfing that wave again. And explain to people sort of what was going through your head as you were riding down. You were towed in by a jet ski, which on waves this size, you have to be because of safety, right?
Yeah, that wave is amazing. Look at that thing. Big barrel at the top. Right there, I was working to get to the barrel, and the whitewater just landed on me. Rah! And then I don't know, somehow I came out by the grace of God, and all I could think right there was, I want to be deeper on the next one.
When you're in the barrel like that, do you sort of have a sense of how big that wave is? Did it feel like the biggest ride of your life?
No, I didn't. I had no idea it was that big. When it landed on me, it definitely felt powerful, very, very powerful. But you really can't tell how big the waves are. It's like, how do you actually measure a wave? I mean, where's the top? You can find the top. Where's the bottom? It's really, really challenging to figure out where the bottom is.
I spoke to a friend of mine who's Portuguese, and she said that, last year when you also rode a wave in Nazare, everybody goes and checks it out because the swell is so huge. How far in advance, because you're a big wave surfer, you guys chase these waves, how far in advance did you know that this swell was going to be coming to Nazare again?
We knew 7 days out. We saw it on the maps. The forecasting maps are so accurate these days. For the Atlantic, they're not that predictable. They change. In the Pacific, we really know. So 7 days ahead, we saw it. 3 days ahead, we were pretty confident. And, we had to book the tickets the day before because the Atlantic changes so much. We waited till the last minute, and the predictions were right on the money.
Garrett, I got to ask, too, since you can actually have a little bit of a warning ahead of time, what's the thought process? How do you prepare yourself for what you're about to do out there?
We got to, preparation is everything, and putting the right team together is imperative for survival. And once you have everything in place, then you work on not having any expectations, so you don't let yourself down, and you just go there and just have fun and do what you love to do. And the thought process is, set everything in place and then just enjoy every moment.
Garrett, will you explain to the people that have never really seen big wave surfing why you have to be pulled in by the jet ski, by the tow? You could never actually paddle into a wave by yourself that's that big, right, and actually stand up and catch that wave?
You know what? If you were in the exact right place, you could possibly paddle in.
Wow.
It's much safer to be towed in, but there's no limits. There really is no limits. Once the waves get moving a certain speed, it's a lot more difficult to paddle because our arm power alone cannot get us going fast enough to catch them. But if you're under the wave and you turn around and you're crazy enough and you paddle down it, there's no boundaries.
Are you going to continue to chase this swell elsewhere?
I'm staying right here. We surfed again today and paddled, and Keali'i Mamala paddled into a giant wave today, maybe one of the biggest waves ever paddled into. I haven't seen any pictures yet, but from what I heard, it was gigantic. And we're staying here for 2 more days because the waves are just perfect for the next 3 days. The waves, we booked the tickets already, and the waves are still going to be perfect when we're leaving, so I'm on the fence whether to get on the plane or not. We'll see what happens.
And Garrett, what's next for you? You going to go back to Hawaii, or are you going to, what are you thinking?
We're going back to Hawaii, and I just want to surf perfect barrels. I'd like to just find some perfect barrels. So, we'll have to see where the next swell takes us.
Garrett, it's unbelievable, man. It was great to see. I'm glad you're out safe and sound, and that you got to get back in the water again today. Congratulations to you, man.
Yeah, congratulations. Thanks, Garrett.
Thank you, guys.